This time, this election, it's about you. I'm the oldest son of Bruno and Carmela Giordano. My oldest sister, Esther Marie, she's a CPA. My next youngest brother, Vincent, he's an environmental attorney. And my sister is an importer and exporter of fine jewelry. And my youngest brother, the baby of the family, Angelo, is a massage therapist. I grew up in East Main Street, and I used to walk to Rogers School with my friends. Played football with the Bantam Football League. I was a teenager when my father ran for mayor, and we were very excited about the campaign, and I remember having stickers on my notebooks. A lot of people out there that I'm talking to really appreciate all the effort that he made in delivering for them and their needs. And that really gave me an opportunity to see what kind of work that he did in the community. And it's really inspired me to be the same type of person, to give back to the community and to the people that really need help. I went to Stanford High School and graduated in 1973. During my high school years, we had great high school football teams. I enjoyed wrestling and was able to be the co-captain of the wrestling team in my senior year. I enlisted in the U.S. Army right after high school. That gave me an opportunity to travel around the world. I look at that point in my life as that's when I became a man. During that time, I was also able to go to college. I was able to get enrolled at Fordham University and finish my college education in business administration. Before I was transferred overseas, I had an opportunity to meet Cece. She was a wonderful young woman, and it was love at first sight for me. And when I came back, I made sure I looked her up. She ended up graduating from UConn with 2 degrees, one in nursing and one in nutrition. And within 3 years, we were married. We've been married for 27 years. Cece and I have 2 children. Our oldest is Kristen, and then came Joshua. She changed her life. When she was 7 years old, she saw Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, and that gave her focus on what she wanted to do for the rest of her life. I've always told them to find something that they love to do, and they won't have to work another day in their life. She's now at Brown University, and she's been accepted into med school. And my son Joshua, we're thrilled where he's at too. As a young boy, he was up for every physical challenge. He loved baseball. He actually even wrestled when he was younger, was a state champion when he was about 11 years old. He's now at Ithaca College. He's a sophomore, but he was freshman of the year there. We're very proud of him. I'm glad I have chosen a career that I was able to meet so many good people and get an opportunity to know them in such a deep way that I really developed a friendship with so many people.
I first met Rick Giordano approximately 30 years ago when we worked together. Within a short period of time, we became fast friends. We have a daughter who had a serious childhood illness, perhaps 25 years ago. And during that time, Rick used to come over the house and, pray for her. And I found that to be, very comforting, my wife and I. When my son came along, my wife and I asked Rick to be the godfather. He readily jumped in and agreed to be the godfather of my son.
I came to know Rick Giordano from working as a guidance counselor.
She said that she met somebody, met Rick, and Rick would possibly help us try to get into a house, and which was the furthest thing from our mind that we didn't believe we could ever get in or afford it.
It was because of him that we are where we are today. He pushed us to get there.
Myself being a heart patient and having heart disease, Rick took the time and effort to care about me, to make sure my family was taken care of. God forbid something should happen to me.
His compassion and his effectiveness makes people want to listen to what he has to say.
One of the goals that we had after 21 plus years of renting was to be able to purchase a house. And Rick was instrumental in helping us achieve that goal.
If not for his guidance and help, we would never have been able to do so.
He was very quick to offer, his help and his guidance in a lot of manners, and that's just really important to us because, you just don't find that every day, and that's an important quality.
Rick bought the apartments, and he remodeled the apartment, and it's so nice and big and comfortable that I had to have my sister move in next door to me.
I've been a realtor for the last 21 years with the Connecticut properties. His character is excellent, and he has provided substantial housing in the city of Bridgeport during the past number of years.
I've known Rick, I'm trying to think of the exact number of years, but quite a long time. Going back to our high school days where we played on a state championship football team. His father was a former mayor of Stamford, so he knows from that experience of what his father went through and his seeing that, but then also Rick himself, that he's been in this region all his life, so that you end up knowing the various factors that come together to make this a thriving community. I see Rick as being aware of what the challenges are for the average person living in Stamford and Darien, compared to the more abstract, theoretical perspective that I think he would help people in their regular, everyday living issues, such as housing or education, crime.
With Andrew McDonald, it's never really been about you. During the last 4 years, he's been focused in on his personal politics and the special interest groups that make large contributions to his campaign. I want to make sure our community is even a better place and a more affordable place to live. Yes, that means supporting Governor Rell in eliminating unfair car tax. If McDonald will not deliver tax relief when we have a $600 million surplus, he will never do it. That means getting our fair share of income taxes back from the state in order to improve our schools and lower our property taxes. That also means reducing the traffic congestion on I-95 and our local streets by offering free bus service into and around Stamford. That means also protecting your private property from being taken by the government without fair compensation. And yes, that means making sure that we attract more nurses and doctors to practice medicine in Connecticut by reforming our statewide healthcare system. That means getting better access to quality and affordable healthcare for all our citizens. It is time for change for the better. My wife and I both agree. With our children off to college, it's time to give back. This time, this election is about you. Thank you for your support, and I ask you for your vote on November 7th. My name is Rick Giordano, and I approve this message.